Be strong.
Let go of fear you're holding. The fire smoldering, it's starting all over again. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, burning inside. I got a feeling that I ought to know it, yeah. Every time I grip the wheel, I begin to feel I know what I've been for. A white knuckle ride. You got a fix for me, you know what I need.
20 to 25 plus cars each and every week became 10 after we were done with the regular season. Now, after 3 weeks of racing, the end of this race, 80 laps from now, we will have 4 drivers set to run for a championship in the Black Horizon Truck Series, all part of the Great Lakes Sim Racing. We welcome you in to the Brickyard, Indianapolis Motor Speedway, this 2.5-mile track, of course, home of the Indianapolis 500, and tonight home of the Maconi Setup Shop 200. This is the final race of round 1 of the Maconi Setup Shop Chase for the championship. I'm the captain, Chris Scala. We welcome you in on this 79-degree afternoon. Track temp a little over 100 degrees. It is a perfect Indiana afternoon. 37% humidity, 10-mile-an-hour winds. Going to be a pretty fun night of racing when it is all in store. Going to be fantastic because you don't get to see trucks much here on the oval, but that's going to change a little bit tonight. We're going to see, and I should say rectangle, not an oval, but we're going to see some great racing coming up here this evening on the track. Let's take a look. The point standings as of tonight entering this race. As you see, Zach Allman, he leads by 9 over Ricky Springer, J.W. Miller, and William Calhoun. That is your top 4 right now. Those 4 are in. There is a 10-point separation between William Calhoun and Christopher Dean. Then you got Trajembo, who is about 50 points back. Sparling, Zimmer, all right on top of another. Justin Laxton and Drift, all within about 70 points of the point lead. Now, in normal points, that would pretty much say that, okay, yeah, they're out of the championship run. No, because you have to remember, this is the old point standings for this series. And when I mean the old NASCAR point standings. So basically you get 175 for winning and so on and so forth. So Drift and those guys are still mathematically in this race when it is all over with tonight. Now, I'm already going to give myself a pat on the back because I took the point standings down for the first time in like 3 weeks. So pat on the back to myself, but that is just what is in store tonight. So we're going to see different things tonight. We're probably going to see some pit strategy. We're probably going to see trucks do things that you normally wouldn't see because at this point of the season, you're throwing a Hail Mary to get your truck into that Final Four when it is all said and done. All right, qualifying about to take off here in just a second. I was trying out some things, actually, and I see that I kind of messed it up, so I'm going to fix that really quickly while trucks are on the track. I was trying to adjust to the tower that is over on the right-hand side, but wasn't in qualifying, so I wasn't able to do it. So give me 1 second here, and I'm going to make a couple edits the other way. Of course, last week, it was Ricky Springer winning the race on the road course at Watkins Glen, getting his 7th win. So congratulations to him. Can he go get number 8 this evening? We will have to find out, and we will find out here, like I said, about 200 miles. One of the longer races on the schedule for these cars. As you see, they are on track, and we'll cut to qualifying here in just a second. Just making my final edits real quick on a couple little things that now I can make adjustments on. And this one is here, if I remember correctly. Let me just make the check. But we appreciate everybody joining us. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. We'd love for you to be a part of the broadcast this evening, but qualifying is going on, and let's jump up to William Calhoun right now, who is on the pole as some of these cars cross the line right now. How about J.W. Miller? He is on track. Let's you see the cars or the truck starting to go by here. There's J.W. Colton Zimmer going to the top as J.W. actually jumps up to the top. However, here's the guy that's been the fastest all season long, and let's see what he does in this session. Down the back straightaway. As you see all the trucks going by now. If they get a purple color on their scoring, as you know, that means they are on a pole run right now. If it is green, that means they're on a faster lap at the moment. If it's yellow, that means they're actually slower or matching the time that they ran from their first lap. But this is the first lap from the old Tiki Slinger, 7-time winner this season in his secondary paint tonight, running the UNOH truck here at Indianapolis. Says he's going to cross the line of bricks. And Ricky goes P3 with a 52 or a 53.20. 52.99 by Sean Peachin goes P1. As you see going across the ticker up top there. For those who noticed that there, oh, Ricky got the wall. That'll end his qualifying. Anybody else out here still yet to run? Got a few trucks, but mostly everybody's gotten their run in. You might notice some colors in the numbers now and stuff. I had an update happen over the weekend. I shouldn't call it an update, a reset basically. Had something happen and it caused a reset in my system for the broadcast. And I had to re-edit some things, and it actually allowed me to have the numbers now in color. So because of that, you're not going to see the names highlighted tonight to separate the chase drivers from non, because it matches in with the numbers. So like when I run a red number over, say, Brandon Trajembo, you couldn't see the 28. So I decided to just go ahead and just keep the numbers the same tonight. And, of course, we'll keep you updated as Justin Laxton right now, P2 with a 53.06. So going to see a lot of draft on this track tonight. These trucks draft a very large amount. So that is going to be very tricky to see this evening. Also, you're going to see some aero and stuff like that. And unfortunately, you might see some accidents tonight, but these trucks put on a fun show at Indianapolis Motor Speedway. They don't race here in real life, but on iRacing they do, and it's usually a pretty fun show with a lot of draft and strategy, just like you'll see in a Xfinity car or a Cup car on this racetrack. All right, checker flag waves on the session. It will be Sean Peachin winning the pole this evening for the Maconi Setup Shop 200. And let's go talk to this young driver who has had the terrible luck. He's actually in the Silent Drivers channel. Let's see if I can get him out of there. See if he's not so silent. Yeah, he's not going to be so silent right now for a couple minutes, as he's actually going to be on the pole this evening with a pretty fast time there. Sean, congratulations on the pole this evening. You get to lead him to the green flag here at the Brickyard.
Heck yeah, man. That's awesome. I'm so excited. I love this track. It's my favorite track of all time, so I love it.
Favorite track of all time. You make it sound like you've been racing here since 1911.
I am a historian. I do love this track. I've been there quite a few times, so I was always at this track growing up as a kid. So even if it's virtual, I always love to come on here and do as good as I can. So.
Well, you were the only driver in a 52.9. How's the truck in a race trim?
It's good in race trim. So the tires, it feels real good. The setup's real good. It's a little loose at first, but once it rubbers in a little bit and settles down, it's a dream to drive. So we're gonna be there at the end for sure.
All right, there, Blackjack 21. You go get him, and congrats on the pole. So Sean Peachin there wins the pole tonight, a 52.991, as he will be the pole sitter for tonight's race. We'll put him in the silent channel now so he can be quiet. Alongside him, Justin Laxton, a 53 truck, going to start P2. J.W. Miller going to start third alongside Ricky Springer. Colton Zimmer, who's looking for a miracle tonight to get himself into that Final Four. Noah Miari going to start next to him. William Calhoun and the Dean Machine. Christopher Dean going to start there in the 8th spot. Zach Allman and Blaine Sparling in row number 9. Brandon Trajembo and Lucas Josephson, they will complete row number 6. Row number 7 that goes to there's Alan Best and Tanner Long. Sorry about that. Row number 8 goes Travis Ikavachi and Michael Manberg. Row 9, Ben Pierce and Canada. About to Canada. Canada's Jason Clark. Sorry about that. Row number 10, Jacob Gladulich, a.k.a. Drift, will start next to Deputy Barnes. 21st and 22nd, Tyler Brewer, Seth Robbins. And 23rd, 24th, Jordan Watson and Anthony Marshall. William Martin, Chris Evans, Robert Lukens, and JT Jonathan Thomas will start in the 28th position. So 28 trucks going to lead them to the green. And as you know, we're going to have plenty of things to watch this evening as these trucks roll out. And we do got some other cool features you might not see much of, but you will see a fair amount of throughout this race. One of the features, for instance, will be if something happens on track. We used it a little bit last night during the IndyCar race. It's more of a road course thing, but in the event tonight somebody spins and maybe it's during a final lap or something like that, we have a cool race information feature. For instance, like this will pop up on your screen. Just a random note that Travis passed Sam. That's because they're side by side back there with each other. So we'll be able to throw little updates like that on the stream this evening. So, we're going to have fun, and we are going to get 4 drivers in the field to make the first ever chase for the championship, and going to be a lot of fun. Get them a little retweet. So I mentioned 80 laps, 200 miles. That'll set up the race here at Indianapolis as they run up through the north section of the track into turn number 4. Each one of these corners are different, though they're all 90 degrees and they're all banked the same. They drive totally different. You got the wind, shade, all different types of factors in this race. But the one thing we do know is the pace truck pulls off as we will get ready to do 80 laps of racing. Sean Peachin, Justin Laxton going to lead them to the green flag as Barney the Flagman waves it underway in the Maconi Setup Shop 200 at the Brickyard. See if they get sorted out here down to turn 1 as Laxton going to try to run that high side again, as it was mentioned in the interview with Peachin. that these trucks are getting a little loose in the corners as Laxton's going to take it down to turn 1 and 2. Down this long 5/8 mile back straightaway. Here's a 3 wide back there. One truck going to the back. A lot of the draft going to be worked on right here. Into the north section of the track. Colton Zimmer there underneath Christopher Dean with J.W. Miller there in the 5th spot. As they will come off turn number 4 and run parallel with 16th Street, which is literally over the left shoulder of this camera. Right on the other side of the grandstands as lap 1 goes to Laxton. Ricky Springer, Rusty's son, is up to 2nd. Sean Peachin up to 3rd. Noah Miari and J.W. Miller, your top 5 right now. Everybody single file all the way back to Alan Best. He's trying to make a move on Trajembo. That is for position. Indianapolis, a very tricky, we'll call it, track when it comes to passing, because in these stock cars, you do not want to be double file going into these corners. If you're on the outside, the better move is to give that position to the guy on the inside, or else you'll be 3 wide going down the straightaway, because it'll cause a huge run by the truck to the inside. Oh, one truck spinning. Is that Colton? Colton Zimmer has nailed the inside wall. And his truck is destroyed. And his chase is over. No caution. We'll get a replay here in a second, but that is going to end Colton Zimmer's season here on lap number 3. Now, he'll still be able to race next week, but his chance to win a championship unfortunately just met the inside wall here on lap number 3 of this race. As Laxton continues to lead. Let's go back and see what happened to him. Again, no caution here as he slid off the track, basically. Going to happen over in turn 1. Come on, cameras, work with me. Here we go. Next racing there. Colton on the inside of Dean. Left side tires on that white line. Oh, net code actually happens, and Dean smashes the inside wall. You didn't see it on camera. Might be a good thing. Going to get it one more time here as we're still green here at 3 laps complete. So Zimmer trying to hold off Dean, moves it to the bottom. Let's ride with Colton here. Getting loose right there, so you had to climb up the track. There's the net code, and bam! And when you stick to the wall like that, that is never good on iRacing. And you heard the engine go boomy. His night, unfortunately, is over. Down the back straightaway, you see the draft of about 5 trucks right now pulling away as these guys all single file right now. Michael Manberg did not start the race. He is 28th right now. And not sure if he is going to get out here and run laps or not. Off turn 4, you got the teammates there from Team Slinger, Laxton and Springer leading here at lap number 5. Everybody's pretty much single files. We look back here, Trajembo and Sparling, Tanner Long, Ben Pierce, Ikavachi. Now, I believe this is the first race at the Brickyard in this series history. I'll have to go back and look. I believe, as I took a look for a split second earlier today, that was the case. Now, I could be wrong, but as the song says, I may be right. We ride with Ben Pierce, the 46. Down into the north part of the track here, turn 3. loose off the corner. It's more of a tight loose, if anything. The trucks are so tight through the middle part of the corner and so much wheel. And oh, Laxton has spun. The leader has gone around. Justin Laxton goes spinning off turn 2, and the caution is out for the first time. Now, he didn't hit anything, so in a way, it's no harm, no foul. All right, so let's go back and see what transpired here on the 53, who was leading this race. Or actually, he just lost the lead. We didn't get to see that as Springer had taken the lead through turn number 1 and 2. As they go down to turn 2, Sean Peachin on his inside. They're leaning on each other in some contact. And Peachin gets a piece of it also. So the top 2 in this race get a piece. And I mean, I don't think there was major contact between the two trucks. I mean, Sean kind of lost the back end and the contact was made. Let's go. Let's go half speed and watch the battle here as it goes on. You see these trucks getting loose. Look at it, left, right, left, right. You see Springer takes the lead. And that UNOH Chevrolet. And you see the leaders have entered pit road here, so we'll go check on the pit. And there's the contact right there. They try to save it, but bam, that was kind of heavy contact, so they're probably going to need some repair there. Otherwise, Mayari does a good job. And just going for a lazy spin. So, first caution is out. And here they come to pit road, all the leaders. And I'm sorry, I actually got faked by Ricky Springer. It said he had pitted, but he didn't. He stays out. Others come in at lap number 9. So this is interesting. Again, 65% fuel. You get 4 sets of tires to work with here. So we'll have to figure out the math of how long they can go in a tank of fuel. But Peachin's in here getting his damage fixed. Oh, Travis Akavachi hits the outside wall on pit road. All right, so Ricky Springer. Let's go back here. What happened with Travis? That was very weird looking. Oh, well, just reached out and grabbed him. It's odd. He didn't turn the wheel or do anything, like, weird. So I do have one other question. Where in the heck are all my chatters? Usually this is one of the more chattier leagues I get to have, and nobody said a word so far in chat. Feel free to mix it up a little bit over here. Who's that getting the wave around there? That is the 2 of Michael Manberg. He's getting a wave around. Going to be back to 6 laps down now. He's the only truck a lap down. As Ikavachi going to come back to pit road and going to get those, get that right side popped out of his truck here. Drift's going to come back in also. So Springer in that first race of the playoffs did not make the chat. Or didn't make the chat. I looked down at chat and see Natalie as I say that. Didn't make the race. He wasn't here. So last week goes out and dominates Watkins Glen. And because of that, he actually moves himself into the championship final right now. So he's still got to run well, though, in this race to compete for that when it's all over with here. What didn't, there was one thing I meant to set. There it is. I was wondering how that would work. Alright, so I'll make an edit on that real quick. I was trying to get that set up too, the pit board. That was the other thing, but it's the first time we've seen it. So while it's sitting here, I can actually work on it a little bit here. So let's go to... And then it just literally is one button. All I have to do is hit one thing and it fixes it. Let's bring it down there. I'm trying to keep it below the iRacing sign. There we go. You should be able to still see that, I think. No, it's out of view. All right, pace truck going to pull in the hands of Ricky Springer. Lucas Josephson has stayed out here as we go back racing at the Brickyard. Alan Best going to climb up to the second position. Trejembo up to fourth. Tanner Long up to fifth. Your first truck on tires. Seventh place, J.W. Miller. So we're going to see really quickly how much these tires are going to go to work. Now, Ike Cavacci's still on pit road, as you see there, as he's getting some heavy damage fixed on his truck. I wonder if he had a meatball when it was all over with. Yes, thank you, Robert. Appreciate that. It should come back on. Once they come back to pit road, it should fix itself here. I tested it there for a second. Now I know what I need to do to get that on for pit stops. I just basically have to take down the nameplate there at the bottom. I actually had a viewer today reach out to me and say, or it was actually a driver, suggest me keep the name up on the screen so you know who I'm pretty much on the screen with there. So like right now, there's Ricky. Click on Brandon Trejembo. It brings him up right now, running in the fourth position, just so everybody knows who's who. As J.W. Miller working his way through the field to the inside of Tanner Long. That is going to be the fifth position. You look down in the photo there of JW, you see the pylon in the background. That is him at Indianapolis with his father, I believe. Back here, Noah Maori inside of Blaine Sparling. And you see a lot of guys just kind of giving and taking. I say that, and then right behind him, Zach Allman and William Martin go side by side through turn one, which isn't the best idea to have because, again, you'll give people like Christopher Dean and Sean Peachin a run off the corner. Listening myself real quickly on my phone just to make sure everything audio-wise sounds pretty good. So, but I appreciate everybody's feedback. Stuff that you have to do when you're on the broadcast because it's like, I can listen during practice and I do, but for some reason I still never can get it matched up right. So, I don't want to overpower the trucks, and I don't want the trucks overpowering me, obviously. As you see back there, William Martin kind of struggling in that 5 truck right now. He's got Christopher Dean all over his tailgate. Sean Peachin there in that 21. Peachin's going to make a move to the inside. He goes. There's little Blackjack 21. He's gone by Dean. It looks like down into turn 3 up to the 12th position. Looks like he's got that damage fixed and is rolling. You want to get that truck right down right there, because at that point you'll keep the air off the nose. Now, Sean, a good way to counter this right now, which, by the way, that is an ugly bulldog staring at me, otherwise known as Ugga. Right there, exactly what he did. Just poke your nose out there and tell William, hey, I'm there, and he might give it to you, which he does. see Anthony Marshall on pit road right now. You don't have to be on the throttle too long around this track, or off the throttle, until those tires really start to wear in. As you see, Noah Mayari making a pass on Tanner Long for position as Springer leads by 1.2 seconds right now over Lucas Josephson. So the newer tires slowly working their way up here through the field. Now, 65% of 30. I'm going to go with the math here because 50% of 30 is obviously 15. 75% of 30 would be, was that 20? 30 divided by 4 is 7.5, so it would be actually 22.5. With that said, so that means 65% is likely in the 20 to 21 lap range. You're going to see these trucks be able to go on strategy. So they pitted at lap 9. So some of these trucks that did not pit is going to be on pit road the next 5 laps. The rest of these trucks you're going to see on pit road probably around lap 30, I would say. So Calhoun right there behind J.W. Miller in the 4th and 5th positions. Everybody else pretty much spread out for the most part here. Biggest mover in the race, let's go back to him right now. That's Chris Evans in the 98 truck. Running right here behind Ben Pierce. And he's trying to take the 14th position. He started in a 26 spot as somebody's in the wall right up there in front. It's Jason Clark in the 39. And look at that, Ben Pierce checked up, and Evans able to just shoot around the outside and make the move. The Brickyard Crossing Golf Course there in the background. 3 holes of the course are actually in the infield of the track. The rest of them out there in the back straightaway. 18-hole course. J.W. Miller on the move inside of Alan Best. He's going to bring the Sith Talk 99 truck with him. And see Alan going to give him the spot. That is right there is how you properly execute a move here in Indianapolis, because with Alan giving him that spot, in the wall goes Trajembo. With Alan giving that spot, it kind of minimizes the loss of momentum for that 52 truck on this track, because if you stay side by side, the draft is so big, you'll see somebody like Noah Mayori get the run and be able to pass them both down a straightaway. So you got to be very careful with how you execute passes and that kind of thing around this track. As you see the sun starting to make its way out. Let's go back here and watch Drift as he's under attack right now. Tyler Brewer in the 40 to his inside. He's going to take a position away. So move Tyler up to 17th. Here's Michael Manberg, who is, let's see where he is. He is 5-6 laps now still. You see Martin there behind him. Robert Lukin also, and then the 44 in the Lap Cars Lives Matter truck of Seth Robbins.
Okay, thank you.
These guys just kind of spreading out, giving each other room. Let's jump up here. J.W. Miller under attack from the 99. As you look back here, you just saw the 18 of Zach Allman looking to the inside of Alan Best. Allman looking pretty good here as he's looking pretty sporty to get into that final race at Chicagoland Speedway. And, of course, if you remember, last season was at Chicagoland Speedway. And that was a wild race when it was over with, as J.W. Miller and Zach Allman went for the championship. Allman ended up winning it, and as a matter of fact, kind of got controversial at the end. Oh, Springer hanging it out. Did you see that? When you can see the number from that camera, that's not good.
Handful.
Sorry, Seth, I'm chasing it. I'm sorry.
We're going to see if we're going to have pit stops or not here.
It's all good, man. No problem.
As Ricky brings him through turn 4
Y'all
here.
wanted to wreck each other.
Here comes the 51 to pit road. Who else is coming?
Could have at least called
Josephson
caution.
coming. Alan
I
Best
didn't
coming.
know whether to go high or low there. So
60 mile an hour speed limit, I believe, here. And don't mind the pylon. It's kind of blocking. I see my audio's on. Thankfully, everybody keep their language clean for a second there, right? Four tires and fuel. And they will stay on the lead lap here. Very easy to stay on the lead lap here. Move it up a little more. So there goes Springer off pit road. Who else is coming in? Brandon Trujembo coming in. Blaine Sparling is in. So more leaders coming out. Or coming into the pits, I should say. With that damage from that turn one contact in the wall. Everybody in. Looks like these are definitely the longest pit stalls in all of stock car racing. I say that because it might not be the longest in iRacing, but when it comes to all the tracks that like you see NASCAR racing at, these are the longest pit stalls. Not the widest, the longest. As those two take off. So that's pretty much everybody who had not pitted yet in this race have all been to pit road now. And here are your leaders. So that's where those guys are. Let's look where Ricky Springer is. There he is on the back straightaway. So Ricky has got plenty of space between him and the leaders back there. What, almost a whole straightaway on the leaders. So, and he's got fresher tires. So we'll have to see if he, without the draft, can run faster laps than these guys in the draft with each other. Delta time roughly, as I look real quickly here at Springer, he was on pit road for about 50 seconds. Pit time around here, 53, 54, 55 seconds in that range. Let's take a look at the weather real quickly here at Indianapolis. Of course, the default race date, May 15th. It's 78 degrees on in the ambient air, 93 on track right now. So the track temp has actually gone down significantly since the start of the race. It was at 102 at the start. As Manberg comes to pit road right now. Unfortunately, many laps down in this race. Go back here to 12th, a good battle going on here. Robert Lukens, Tyler Brewer, and William Martin. Also Drift is right here too. 4 trucks battling. This is 11th through 15th, as I mentioned. Appreciate the viewers watching. If you get a chance, share it out there with some people. Let your friends and family know. Up to 316 subscribers. So yes, you can throw an Austin 316 joke in there if you'd like to right now. But I always appreciate new viewers and stuff. If you want shout outs, you can always send a message out there like Robert Johnson did. Appreciate him watching tonight. Of course, Natalie, the fiance to the boss man, Travis Ikavachi. She's probably asking him, how the hell did you hit that wall on pit road? It looks like you guys have all settled it out. Now the next question, when will the next set of trucks come to pit road? JW has that clean air and 0.6 of a second lead. Noah Mayari right there behind him. Also the 18 of Zach Allman in his lead pack of 4. As Sean Peachin's going to bring it off turn 4. He's going to come to pit road. Sean looks like a little right side damage on the door. all the way down to the first pit stall, right behind the pace truck here. 4 tires and fuel, you would think here for the 21. Let's see. Right side's going on. And that is the case here. Left sides, and you notice the leaders have still not come into the camera. And now we're not going to see because the camera swapped. Way to go there. So Sean with a 14.9, 51 seconds on pit road here. Those are some of the trucks that pitted already right there. But he will easily beat the leaders off of pit road. Matter of fact, there's JW right there. There's your leader. So that just shows you what the battle is going to be here. So there goes Sean. Here comes JW. Can he get up to speed? Makes you wonder, did Ricky had the same kind of pit stop there? So, well, you know what? Sean was a couple seconds back from the leader, too. So that plays a role here, but you see easily beats him off pit road. So if you can be about 15 seconds or so back from the leader, you should be able to stay on the lead lap. All right, Zach Allman coming to pit road. I should mention Mayari got around Calhoun for second. We didn't get a chance to see that. And while they come down pit road, let's actually show that pass. If I can find it. There it is. So let's show the pass real quickly. Happens down the front straightaway. Oopsies. Let's show it at full speed. How about? He makes the pass down to turn 1 there, so that moved Noah up to the second position. As we go back live here. Here's where I get to learn some of the changes I've made in my... Here we go. JW brings the number 6 down pit road. Allman, real quickly, as you might have saw on the screen, he ended up with a 15.4 second pit stop, so a slower stop for him as William Calhoun inherits the lead. I think somebody might have blown the engine. I just heard something smash. Tires and fuel, and there they go, rolling out. So JW 15.5, Miorio 14.7, so slower stop. Seth Robbins is the one I think who blew up because he all of a sudden just showed up in the lead here. Here comes Calhoun to pit road. Just keep an eye. Ricky Springer is as Calhoun, Barnes, Drift, and Martin are on pit road, so this should hand the lead back to Ricky Springer. As Ricky goes by everybody right now down in the turn 1, so he will inherit the lead right now. 4 tires fuel for Calhoun. The question: where does JW come out compared to Calhoun? Here he comes down the front straightaway, drafting with Allman, who made a jump on both of them. Impressive there, but they go blow by William Calhoun. That's 1 lap on newer tires right there. But how about Zach Allman, the big leader in this run, has moved up. And Ben Pierce has run out of fuel. This is going to bring out a caution. He's not going to make it back. Caution is out. A caution out for the second time as Ben Pierce in the 46 truck has run out of fuel at lap number 31. And he will get that long tow back to pit road now. Now, I'm not going to be one who criticizes drivers or anything, but the one thing that's kind of hard to do is not run out of fuel. Because a lot of people use telemetry and stuff like that, but at the same time, Ben could have been trying something strategy-wise there. So I'm not going to sit here and criticize him for that kind of thing, but, unfortunately, it does happen. So we'll see what the leaders do here if they come to pit road, but lap number 30 of this Maconi Setup Shop 200 here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. If you just joined us, Colton Zimmer. Unfortunately, his playoff run has already ended with a accident on lap number 2. So he's done. So that eliminates one of the 10 drivers from the playoffs in making the Final Four. The question going to be who all is going to make it, as here come the leaders down pit road. And let's see, I believe the guys who just pitted are going to stay out in the yard. JW staying out. Allman stays out. Maori stays out. Calhoun. But these are all the guys that pitted early in that last caution are back to pit road here. And was that 2 tires for Springer? So, either way, caution out here at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. We'll step away and we'll come back for more racing from the Brickyard here on Captain TV. Back at the Brickyard, lap number 33 in the books. 13 trucks have stayed out on track, and Ricky Springer has come to pit road, and he will restart in the 14th position behind leader J.W. Miller. And this is all part of a strategy that was going on early in the race. We had a caution at lap number 9, and those trucks that you saw on pit road just now, they pitted then. That's why they came back to pit road here to get fresh tires. J.W. Miller, Zach Allman, those guys just pitted about 5 laps ago. So here at lap 33, as we come back to the green flag, those guys still have newer tires on the truck. So we'll see what the strategy looks like for a lot of these drivers as we come back to the green flag. 21 trucks on the lead lap, as we have 47 laps to go. Now, the flags you're seeing up there on the north end of the stands, that is actually accurate. The wind blowing towards the back straightaway right now over in turn 2. So that is creating what they call a crosswind on that track. So you're going to see tight handling trucks more in turn 2 and turn 3 maybe a little bit, but turn 1 and 4 not as tight on the track as JW brings them back to the green flag here at the Brickyard at lap number 34. You see the leaders getting back single file really quickly here in the first fight. Going to be Maori and Calhoun there, as you see Christopher Dean and Sean Peachin, who's worked his way back to the top 6. Everybody looking pretty good. Here we go. Some 3 wide. There comes Springer. Going to get by Lucan. Going to work his way past the Bulldog. William not going to give it up that easy, though. Oh, one truck got the wall there, Lucan. You see Alan Best had to adjust really quickly there to not hit him. And hopefully everybody got their lineup set for the Fantasy League, of course, going on right now in the website, GreatLakesSimRacing.com. If you get a chance, go check out the website. Of course, they got their own Fantasy League for the series and so much more. It's at GreatLakesSimRacing.com. A couple of the ace guys running there in the 4th and 5th position. JW starting to kind of work his way away from Allman. Now, one truck that started up in the front. Oh, trouble! Seth Robbins in the wall. Look out! He gets clipped by JT, but everybody else, for the most part, misses him. I was just about to go talk about Justin Laxton. Caution out for the 3rd time. Let's see what happens here to Robbins, the 44 truck. Well, I thought it grenaded an engine, but still on track here. He's really high off turn 4 here. He's got the gain number 39 of Jason Clark to his inside there. Just gets too high off the corner. Oh, a little bit of net code maybe, a little bit of side draft gone wrong as he comes off the nose of Sparling. And there's Bam, the contact with JT. Not much damage on that 32. Let's go on board and see how this all transpired. On board with Robbins. And you know, this is a very, very narrow part of the track here, with the pit wall being right there, and there's so many things that can happen right there. I mean, how many Brickyard races in NASCAR have we seen a pile up happen on a restart or something there? All right, so look at the strategy here. Springer's coming back to pit road, along with William Martin, and pretty much everybody from 10th on back is coming to pit road. Springer comes in, and look at all these trucks here getting damage fixed or just getting topping and fuel. And you see the 46 Ben Pierce going to get back on the lead lap, getting that lucky dog after running out of fuel during the pit stops and bringing out the second caution. He gets back on the lead lap and will be able to kind of catch himself back up and start working his way back through the field. All right, so the upcoming schedule for the series and for Captain TV tomorrow night, we'll wrap up our 4 straight nights of broadcasting. As you'll see, the Short Track Super League, their second ARCA race of the season, will be at Phoenix Raceway. That'll be tomorrow night at 9 o'clock, or 8:55 actually. And then Friday night we'll take the night off. Saturday we'll come back and we will have VOR IndyCar Series. They will be on the road course at Barber. And here again, I did this yesterday too. We're off on Saturday too because they're taking the weekend off because Martinsville is Saturday night, the Cup race. So we won't be on the air again until Monday with the TI Truck Series back at it again. So yeah, so we get 3 nights off unless something changes. I mean, you'll probably see me race a little bit this weekend, but that'll be about it. All right, going to come back to the green flag here with JW up in the front. Let's show you the point standings really quickly as they go into the restart here at lap number 40. This is how it looks right now as we come up on the halfway. This was how it looks entering the race. So as I mentioned, Zimmer, they're in 8th in points. He's out officially right now. So just going off of what I'm seeing right now, Allman would be in. Let's see. Springer's 9 points back, or the leader. He should be in right now. Actually, he wouldn't be in, but that will change as he works his way up here through the field. J.W. Miller's good to go, and Calhoun would be your 4. As of right now, actually, it would be Springer being out, and I think you would see Dean go back into the top 4. So, but that's right now. This race is not over, so plenty of time to go. All right, going to go back racing here at number 40. And JW going to bring him back to the green flag. Here we go. He's on it. Allman trying to figure out what lane to go to here. And he finally gets to the bottom, squeezes in that little hole between he and Maori. Dean going to get a pretty good run down the back stretch here. Let's see what he does. I think he's just going to push Calhoun, his teammate. And look at the drafts go to work as they're going to push by the Ford truck who's out there all by himself on the inside. Helps Calhoun take 3rd. Sean Peachin going to get a run on Dean maybe. Chris trying to protect that position back there. You see Blaine Sparling making a move on Chris Evans for position. Oh, Blackjack kind of blinking out, right? Or was that Dean blinking out? One of them. How close everybody's getting to that wall. Woo! Oh, and Peachin got it. Just a little kiss, nothing terrible. navigator Lucas Josephson to the inside. He's got Springer right there behind him adrift. There goes Lucas by, and here comes Ricky with him. As one truck getting out of shape back there. Not sure who that is. But let's ride with Lucas. Let's check out a lap at speed here. Let's throw the speed up on the dash here. And what kind of speeds are running around here? 160 mile an hour through the corner. They just kind of blipping the throttle a little bit there. Getting a little loose. Got to be careful. Then with the straightaway, let's see here. At 185 mile an hour down to turn 3. Oh, he gets a little tight behind the nose. Sean came across his nose there. I shouldn't say come across his nose because he's away from him, but he kind of broke the clean air off his nose, and you saw it get tight. As here comes Springer to his inside. You're getting a little loose there. It looks like these trucks is kind of getting looser and looser and looser out here. Oh, one truck and Lucas got the wall off too. Got tight. Unfortunately, that's going to hurt him, and now Maori going to go for third. And he'll take that position away, so move the 4 up. So it should come down to being a one-stop race now, I believe. Getting to the finish here, you'll see probably these guys pit around lap 60 if they saved enough fuel, and from there go to the finish. As Sean Peachin way out of shape. Or I'm sorry, that was Zach Altman that got out of shape there. Back here, the pole sitter under attack from Ricky Springer. As you see, the 48 kind of scraped the wall up a little bit in front of him. So move all ticky up to the 6th spot, and caution is out. Trouble for Robert Lukens, who has spun over in turn 3 and almost got JT. Let's see what happens to Robert. Goes down into turn 3 underneath the 40. Oh, and the 37, Jordan Watson, gets into the back of him. So the 37, I think what happened there, he was kind of mirror driving knowing there was a truck trying to attack, and unfortunately kind of forgot there was a truck in front of him. Let's watch here. Let's go on board with Jordan, or with Watson. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about here. He's got, look at, you see the truck in the mirror back there. He's probably watching him in the mirror and not realize the corner's coming. He gets out of the gas early because there's trucks in front and cleans him out. Just an unfortunate circumstances there for the 33 of Lukin and the 37 of Watson. And the leaders are on pit road here. Interesting call. They're still short on fuel from here. And Drift, I think, just pulled the old, I just purposely drove through pit road even though it looks like I missed it on accident thing. Race off pit road, going to be tight. I think JW got it. Sparling almost had him. So Springer and Jordan Watson have stayed out. Drift is out right now, but I think he will be coming to pit road next time by. Because what that move is, if you've never done this, I mean, I do it all the time myself too. When you're in an official race or something, you want to stay in the back. If you go down pit road like that and just drive through, the pits will stay open for you now, all the way through the cautions. So what you do now is either in this lap or at 1 to go, he can now go back down pit road and get tires and fuel or whatever, and he'll start in the back. So it's kind of a loophole, I guess, in the pit road rules of iRacing, but hey, it works. You'll see a lot of things like that at like Daytona, Talladega especially. But I'm sure they're coming to 1 to go this time. So you'll see Drift come to pit road probably here and get the pit stop done. Let's actually follow him in here. So 4th caution on the track. And Drift into a stall here. So it should be tires and fuel or just fuel. And that's exactly the strategy. Drove through, and then now he'll be the last car, or last truck, I should say, on or off of the pit road onto the track, and he'll be in the far back. I say that as Travis ends up losing to him off pit road. We got some trucks getting a wave around here, by the way. Sam Barnes back on the lead lap now in the 21st position. Seth Robbins going to be back on the lead lap, 22nd. Robert Lukin stays out. He's going to be back on the lead lap also in the 23rd position. And Jason Clark also back. Nope, Jason Clark is 1 lap down. So all right, so the top 2 have not pitted in this race. So Ricky Springer is going to lead Jordan Watson to the green flag. J.W. Miller 3rd. Blaine Sparling 4th. I'm surprised Ricky did not take the high side here. Only because Ricky would have then stuck J.W. behind Jordan Watson. And that's nothing to be offensive to Jordan, but, you know, we look at the standings and stuff. Ricky's been faster, or JW's been faster. So here we go, coming to the green flag. Springer can take off whenever he wants here. There he goes on the old hot pedal, as they say, the loud pedal. JW clears for 2nd. Oh, trucks are getting out of shape there. That was Calhoun in the 99 back here. As here comes Allman, former teammate of the 99. And I don't know if Lucas realized Chris Evans was on below him, but he about shut the door or shut the nose off. Ooh, Lucas gonna get tight. Okay, good move on his part to avoid that. He made a late move there. I was waiting for that truck to get tight. See Jordan Watson gonna get stuck 3 wide here in the middle. Laxton gets by, and all these guys freight training Watson, who kind of clips the wall there. And now they're 3 wide down here into turn 1. And the two that tangled earlier just about hit again. Meanwhile, up front, Ricky Springer being attacked by J.W. Miller in the fresh tires. Now, JW has that turbulent air, so we'll see how much of a run he's able to get here with the draft. He's there. He's on the tailgate here. Gonna poke out. Ricky's not gonna fade down there to him. He's gonna give him the inside here. Let's see if he gives it to him. And he does. So move J.W. Miller to the lead as he ran the fastest lap of the race that time by 53.06. As Jordan Watson has crashed and caution is out. The 44, also Seth Robbins involved. Let's see what happens, Jordan, down the front straightaway. Icavaci going by into 13. Oh, and he hooks him. Drift does a heck of a job. Whoa! Oh, no. Yeah, Jordan should have locked those wheels down. But unfortunate dealer, Seth Robbins, nowhere to go and clobbers him. And Barnes comes in there with some brakes, I should say. Let's watch this again. Let's go on board with Drift. Let's go on board with Drift. Watch this. There's the hit. Oh, so he does get sideswiped by Sam. All right, let's go on board with Sam. And Sam sideswiped in there. And one more view here. The man that had the unfortunate luck here. Seth Robbins. Boom. All right, so should be getting one to go next time by. And I think there was some contact. Something happened under caution between Sean and Calhoun. Sean apparently had some kind of computer issue or something happened, and it looks like there was contact. Sean's coming to pit road. Let's see what happens here. Sean said he lost the computer, and that's where the contact happens. Looks like it's already happened here, so let's back it up a little more. Oh, wow. You see Sean's truck just go to the right, hits the wall, and yeah, he slams Calhoun, and then Evans goes spinning. Yeah, Sean lost the screen, as he's saying in chat here. That's just an unfortunate situation for everybody involved. Those kind of things happen with computers, unfortunately. That's technology. Can't trust it sometimes. Total accidental thing there. All right, so we'll go back racing here at lap number 54. So we'll have 26 laps to go. Nobody is in the fuel window right now. You cannot make it on fuel from here. The window will open up here in about 6 laps. So right at lap 60 or so, the 150 mark, mileage-wise. So here we go. Pace truck is in. Here we go. Springer going to hold the high side here on JW as they go down to turn 3. Allman right there behind him. And Springer's going to get the lead on the high side. Oh, almost contact between Allman and JW. They all checked up. Maori's going to go by. Dean's going to maybe go by on the outside here. You know, hearing in chat right now, JW actually saying that he didn't think there was contact. As Springer's starting to pull this thing away a little bit, up to 0.4 of a second. Over J.W. Miller, Noah Maori there in third. You wonder if Miller might be saving fuel just a little bit here in this draft. I say that as J.W. just ran the fastest lap of the race. And here comes Alan Best inside of Tanner Long. That's for a spot. The 5 truck right there, William Martin with him. Again, next Wednesday, we will be at the Chicagoland Speedway for the final race of the season. We'll crown a champion for a second straight season at Chicagoland. Tanner Long back inside of Alan Best here, kind of getting tight with each other there. Did Alan get the wall? I almost thought William was going to drive her in there. That should give a... And here it is for the lead. J.W. Miller back to the inside of Springer. realize how weird it is when I say things like, whoa! I'm just listening to myself on the phone. It makes me laugh. I'm sure you guys get an LOL out of it too. Let's go back here to the, where's Chris Evans? 7th position. I see Evans back there. That's not Evans. It's another red and white truck. That is William Martin. Inside of Lucas. Battle for the 11th position. Lucas trying to go. Oh, caution back out. It is the 33 of Robert Lukens. And now the fuel window is going to be very close. Oh, back end just comes around on the 33 truck. He's trying to hold on, and finally just locks it down. JT works his way past, and that's what triggers the caution right there. All right, so I'm pretty sure everyone's coming to pit road here. We're going to throw up the pit lane here and let's see how it all works out, as everybody's going to be coming probably for fuel here. No, JW stays out. Up, there goes the cone, Tanner Long. This is interesting. The fuel window's open. Tires and fuel, and it looks like everybody from 6th on down has come to pit road here. But fuel strategy now coming into play in this Maconi Setup Shop 200. This is the final race of the Maconi Setup Shop Chase for the championship round 1. Next week, Chicagoland Speedway, as I mentioned, the finale will crown a champion, of course, in Joliet, Illinois, next Wednesday night at 8:45 Eastern Time. And we're going to step away for a quick second. We'll come back, and we'll get you the final 20-something laps. That's all coming up here on Captain TV. All right, back at Indianapolis Motor Speedway, the final 20 laps of this Maconi Setup Shop 200 about to go back racing here. As you see, J.W. Miller leads, Noah Mayari, Zach Allman, Tanner Long, Jacob Gladulett, Sean Peachin, and Blaine Sparling. The first truck with tires is going to be Sparling at lap 59 now. Drift pitted at lap 51. So there's a couple of different strategies here coming into play as the pace truck going to pull off pit road. And we will see what happens here. JW pitted at lap 45. If he's going to get to the finish, he's going to have to run 35 laps. I don't think that's going to make it, but there could be something else behind that strategy. Let's see. Three wide down into turn 2. Look at the run by Dean. As they stay side by side, down into the turn 4 is Springer. Going to clear for that position, but JW starting to stretch it out with Noah Mayari, looking to get that second career win in his book here at the Brickyard. Zach Allman third. How about Tanner Long in the 4th position, looking for his first career win? Oh, and Tanner gets tight off of 2, and here comes Sean Peachin. Up to the 4th spot. Here comes Drift right behind him. J.W. Miller looking for his second win of the season tonight and put the icing on the cake, light the candle, and celebrate the Final Four berth for him. Right now, if this race were to end, you would see J.W. Miller, Springer, Allman, and I'm thinking Christopher Dean would be the 5th driver, or the 4th driver. As Springer goes inside of Drift and bringing Dean with him for position. How disappointing would that be for Calhoun if he were to lose a championship's 4 spot due to a screen issue from a driver, which, again, not the driver's fault. Those things happen, but just an unfortunate circumstance. Springer definitely putting those 4 tires to work here as he's going to peek now inside Tanner Long. Brandon Trajembo having issues. He's had to come to pit road. Unscheduled stop for the 28. Oh, Sparling into Chris Evans. They go spinning in turn 2. They're off the track right now. No caution. That'll bring the caution out. So 7th caution comes out, and it involves Blaine Sparling and Chris Evans. Let's watch the replay here, the 59. Martin goes by the 59, and then they go into turn 1. Sparling's going to catch the outside wall. Oh, you see Tanner Long get the wall off turn 2. So that caution, one that I believe Ricky Springer did not want. He wanted this race to stay green. This opens the window up now. If JW&M want to come to pit road here, are they trying to save fuel? Let's look at the pit strategy right now. I mean, they're in their window right now to make this final pit stop. Is it a tire thing? Is it... Not sure what's transpiring here. So 15 laps to go. There it is. Here they come to pit road. Sean Peachin stays out. Springer's coming in behind him. Ooh, Springer did overshoot his pit stall a little bit. That might hurt him, as there are a lot of trucks on pit road. That was not what Ricky needed. Looks like 7 trucks are going to stay on officially here. And Maori's going to win the race off pit road. And you know what? JW's got issues. Was his tires not set or something? Something with Jada. I think his tires weren't set or something. And he just lost a lot of positions. I want to go and watch this pit stop again. Let's watch the pit stop here. So JW comes to pit road. Yeah, tires aren't moving. Yeah, so he's not taking tires right now. Fuel getting in the truck. And now the right side tires come up. So yeah, so apparently something happened where he did not have tires set. So both the leaders, the dominant trucks, are going to start mid-pack. I'm just listening to some chat going on right now. Yeah, it sounds like you're having a good night there, Seth. Sorry, buddy. You realize it was in replay there? All right, so pace truck going to pull off. Now let's update the situation. Sean Peachin pitted at lap 52. And he's going to have to go 32 laps with these cautions to go to the finish. That is going to be tight. I don't know if you can go that far. But the rest of these trucks all pitted at lap 59 or later. The top 7, or make that the top 6, all pitted at lap 59 outside of Sean. And then from there, Noah Maori's the first truck off of pit road in the 8th position. Ricky Springer restarts 13th. J.W. Miller restarts 16th. Oh, I want to see this chat. And now we got smoke and trucks moving around. Things are happening here. Justin Laxton had some kind of issue or something. as we go back green. That was weird. Oh, Alan Best up against the wall. Drift going to the inside. I think he's getting the heck out of the way. Sean going to try to weave his way around. A very weird sequence of events there at the beginning of that restart. So can one of these drivers pull the upset here and win in the round one finale of this Maconi setup shop chase for the playoffs? Martin trying to work the draft with Peachin, who's trying to break it. You got Calhoun. A win by him would automatically put him in, which he is pretty much in with a good finish at the moment. Ricky Springer's going to have to make some pretty big moves. So is J.W. Miller. Look at this run by Springer. 3 wide down the back, and there's J.W. Miller right behind him. As William Martin goes to second. Okay, so Justin Laxton blew an engine coming to the green. That's what happened there. That's why it was all jumbled up. And he hauled F4 out so that he would not cause a congestion or an Indianapolis restart, we'll call it. So, kind of a classy move on his part to try to do that, but at the same time, I don't know if it worked. We'll see. So Martin going to try to get around Peachin here. He's got 7-lap fresher tires. Got the wall. Look at Calhoun drive it down to the bottom. And he gets around William Martin, who got the wall. That's why. Martin is off the pace. Best is up to third. Pierce to fourth. Dean to fifth. Springer to sixth. And William Martin is going backwards. Zach Allman, who's ahead of Miller now, up to seventh. You are going to have to earn your spot in the Final Four here. And now Ben piercing the wall. Keeps it up there. Down into turn 3. Peachin has put about a half second out on Keith Calhoun, or William, we know him as now, as Dean goes to the inside of Alan Best here. That is for fourth. Calhoun's driving. Everybody's driving the wheels off these trucks. Now JW is kind of stuck back there in the 7th position. The good news is for most of these guys, all they need to do is kind of ride, and they're in. But you know what? Go win the race too. Here comes Springer. Is all over the back bumper of Sean Peachin here as they're going to call. Sean gets loose right in front of him. And now caution is out, and Sean's going to the apron here. happened there? So it looks like Lukens is involved in this one as the caution comes out. Who has tires? Lukens comes off turn one. That truck's already got damage, and that's just not helping him. Goes spinning into turn. Oh, look out, Evans. JT and those guys go to miss him. And Evans ends up going for a lazy spin right in front of JT. Wow, he's had to avoid a lot of people tonight. Now, it was a classy move, Justin. I know that's kind of a sucky thing to have happen at the last second. Your engines go grenading on a restart, so you did the best you could there. So, interesting move, though, why Sean went to the apron there. That's what I'm kind of confused about here. And he's still on the apron. Well, let's see here for a second. Is Sean out of gas? 52, 80, 76. Yeah, Sean Peachin's out of gas. Yeah, that's exactly what happened. And here we go. Mayari to pit road. Who else is on pit road here? Pierce is in. Martin. So the leaders all stayed out here. All right, so we're going to go back racing here with about 3 or 4 laps to go, and I'm going to go ahead and put this out there. I see the comments and stuff. I don't know if I would go there. I mean, Robert's been loose, and when you got a damage on that truck and stuff like that, things are going to happen. So, I mean, these guys are out here racing hard. The setup's loose. Wrecks are going to happen. So, I wouldn't go that way. Let's just put it like that. It's been a fun race so far. There's been cautions. There's some unhappy drivers. That's part of it. It's racing. Hello. We're racing. But Springer leads. Calhoun, Dean, and Miller. Let's put the points back up on the screen because right now, this is tight. As I look at it, Dean would be the guy out still. So the final 4 would be the top 4 that you see right now. Dean right now is 5th. The rest of these guys are pretty much out. So it's a 5-truck race for this final spot. Unless, I mean, Sparling is still technically in his 9th, but he needs a lot of help to get up there. So you're looking at these 5 going for 4 spots. So somebody's going to get eliminated. And here's the thing. 1st, 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 6th. So, again, I bring this up. I brought this up in a BPRL race a few weeks ago when they had their championship race. Their top 4 in their truck series finished in the top 4 in the final race of the season. And I kept harping on it because people say in NASCAR, oh, well, how come that's the way it always works out? Well, it worked out on iRacing too. Well, how about this? As we come to 3 laps to go in the final race of the elimination round to go to the final, the top 5 in points are in the top 6 right now. I'm just saying. Sean, we all make mistakes. I assume you don't use an app to help you out? And if you don't, I got some ideas for you. I might be able to help you out. All right, so coming to the green flag here. 3 laps to go, so what I like to call it's a green white checker. Everybody should be good to go on fuel from here. Ace truck is in. When does Ricky launch? There he goes. Everybody's on it. See if anybody's pushing anybody. Who's going to get runs down the corner? Ricky clears. Miller gets down in front of Dean as he's going to go to second. Allman is up to 5th, so now the top 5 in points are the top 5. As one truck gets loose in the back, that's the 5 of Martin. We stay green. Now there was a 10-point separation between Dean and Calhoun. If you look right now, 2 positions are 10 points. Calhoun loses his spot. He is out right now. Dean is in. Coming at 2 laps to go. Now I'm just going to verify this real quick. Yes, it is a 10-point separation right now. So Dean has jumped Calhoun in points. Now I'm trying to think back. Calhoun did lead a lap if I remember. I'm not sure if Dean has. So you know what? As I think about it more, I believe they're tied again. I'm doing the math in my head here. I don't have any kind of calculations. I'm literally doing head math here. I believe William Calhoun has led a lap. So in that case, they are tied right now for the points. As they come to the final lap here in Indianapolis. Oh, nope. Caution is out. We're going green light checker now. Now, fuel mileage can come into play. Tyler Brewer, this looks like. Oh, wow. Blaine Sparling into Brewer. Look out. Have you ever flipped over a pack of cars? That was new. So let's see what happens to Sparling that lights us. Oh, that was weird looking. And he's still sitting there, so that don't look right. Something doesn't look right here. Let's go on board with Sparling. Sounds like the 59 had a black screen issue. Ow. Well, I'm doing the math in my head right now, Laxton, and I'm going to check something really quickly. I'm going to mute my mic for 2 seconds. I'll be right back. I'm going to jump into another channel and ask a question really quickly here just to get a verification. I'll be right back. All right, so back at it here. So, all right, I just went down to the ace team and asked him straight up. I asked William if he had led a lap, and I asked Dean if he had led a lap. Okay, here's where we're at right now. So if I do the math correctly, and if I look over the points here through the standings, I'm going to jump over here into this Discord, or I'm in Discord already, but let me go look at the rule book of the points. I believe the only points that you get for bonus are for leading a lap, leading the most laps, and let's see. Up, nope, you get 5 bonus points for 0 incidents. That changes things a little bit too. And let's see, Sean Peacham was on the pole, so eliminate that. Now, let me throw this up here on the screen. Doesn't this have incident points? Doesn't show anybody's incident points. Okay. All right, so depending, you know what? Give me one more second. I'm going to go ask this question real quick before they go green. Excuse me. This is the hard part about not having any kind of math in your head. All right, so both drivers have incident points, okay? One is led a lap. All right, so right now, with Christopher Dean running second and Keith Calhoun in third, they are tied for the final spot. The other 3 are in right now. Miller, Allman, and Springer are all in right now. It's the battle for Dean and Calhoun right now. Now, if something happens in this green-white checkered, it wipes everything off. So here we go. 2 to go. Green-white checker number 1. You would think it would, but it didn't at that time. I went and looked real quickly. So we're going to keep it right here. Let's go to this pack of trucks right here. Springer is pulling away and looks like he's on his way to another win, which would be number 8 on the season. Christopher Dean is now 3rd. Calhoun is 6th. They are still tied. Lucas Josephson trying to get the 4th position. Oh, Lucas is getting loose. That gives Keith the 5th position as they come to the white flag. Final lap from the Brickyard. It should be Calhoun by 1. Well, 1 position. 5 points. Look back here, Noah Mayari. They both get loose. Keith protecting the bottom. Here comes Mayari. Noah. Oh, don't hit each other. Oh, that's close. Keith holds on, or William now. I'm used to calling him Keith, sorry. Off of turn number 4, Ricky Springer is going to get his 8th win of the season. And if I do the math correctly, William Calhoun edges Dean for the final spot. Now, of course, the worst case scenario in this whole thing is I get the math wrong. But I'm doing the best. If I got the math right, it's going to make this broadcast look really good. If I did the math wrong, Oh, well, I'm just a college graduate stringing a simulator. Let's just be real. I just realized I didn't have the name thing in the corner, so apologies for that. I was trying to work that already so that if I know who everybody was. But Springer gets win number 8 of the season. He is on to the Final Four. J.W. Miller is on to the Final Four. And it should be Calhoun by 5, and Zach Allman will be the 4. Burning down that UNOH truck. UNOH roughly, what, about an hour and 15 to an hour and a half away from this track. There he is, parking it right there on the yard of bricks. As he will get out and celebrate as we'll take a look at the finishing order for this Maconi Setup Shop 200. Springer wins it by 6/10 over J.W. Miller. Dean finishes 3rd, Allman 4th, and Calhoun finishes 5th. Maori, Long, Josephson, Allen Best, Drift, Martin, Pierce, Peachin, Barnes, Lukens, Clark, Jonathan Thomas, and Michael Manberg comes back to get an 18th place finish. Good comeback for him, only being a lap down. He was 6 down at one point, I think. Sherjembo finishes 19th, Evans 20th, Tyler Brewer 21st, Blaine Sparling 22nd, Justin Laxton 23rd, Jordan Watson, Seth Robbins, Travis Ikavachi, Anthony Marshall, and Colton Zimmer going to finish last this evening in all the trucks that started tonight. So we're going to wait on the official word, but I'm about 90% sure that Springer, Miller, Allman, and Calhoun will move on to the Final Four when it is all over with next week at Chicagoland Speedway. But right now, we will talk to the driver that we know won the race. That part is official. And just looking up there, they all meeting maybe potentially, but Rinky's down here. So let's bring him up here into the booth as Ricky Springer celebrates an unprecedented win number 8 in this series. Just a phenomenal job on your part. You had to earn that one tonight with all the strategy and the cautions coming out and things. I know you were one who was getting kind of disappointed, but in the end, you get the win, and you are on to the Final Four to take on Chicagoland Speedway for a championship next week.
It's really exciting. Definitely excited to go out there at Chicago and have a shot for it. I was a little worried, of course, the beginning of the playoffs with everything that happened, but I think we rebounded pretty well with the race at the Glen and then this week at Indy.
Talk about the hard work, obviously, because you had to work a little bit from that missed race to win Watkins Glen and then win Indianapolis to even get a shot at getting into this championship 4.
Yeah, it was a little bit more pressure than I had felt pretty much the whole year. Coming off of the first 5 wins in a row, I really didn't feel the pressure to make it into the first round. But after the first race of that round, I felt the pressure that really I needed to step up and do as good as I could. So we gave it our all, and it's more thanks to the team. Team Slinger, Justin, Ben, and Brandon. They do a great job. We all talk about strategy, so it's not just me going out there and winning races. It's a whole team effort behind the scenes.
Now, that final pit stop got a little sketchy. You kind of slid through the longest pit stalls in all of NASCAR in Mr. Pit Stall. Were you worried when it put you back a little bit?
I was a little worried. Some of the guys in the team chat may have heard something different, but I slid through it. I slid through it the first time, and then I put it in reverse and still didn't reverse far back enough. So I was a little upset about that. That kind of put us behind the 8 ball, but JW did about the same thing. And we both drove our way up towards the front there, and the caution came out at the perfect time when I had just gotten the lead. So thankfully, everybody else had already used their last set of tires, and so did I. So we didn't have to worry about that tire issue of people being on new tires driving up through the field.
So I want to bring up this too. You being somebody who does the broadcasting thing yourself, of course, helping out over there at Podium. It's something I've brought up. I've had a league previously. I broadcasted, had a finale in a chase where the final 4 drivers finished in the final 4 or the first 4 positions. Okay, so tonight you look at the 5 drivers who were mainly in contention finished 1 through 5. So for those NASCAR people who were like, well, it's always the final 4 going to finish up in the front anyways. I mean, we're doing this in a simulator too.
Yeah, it's definitely going to show what these guys have put in throughout the whole entire year. I mean, it's not just one race at Indy that put us all into the championship for. It's, people like JW and, me that have ran good all year, and we've been battling hard. I've had a lot of great battles this season with JW, and unfortunately I won't get those same battles next season because I won't be able to return. But, it's nice to have those battles with those guys, and then to see them, racing you for a championship, because that respect is still there, even though, you got money on the line in a championship.
Well, great job, Ricky. You brought UNOH a victory, about an hour and a half or so away from the Speedway, maybe 2 hours. But either way, right there near your home area, or not home area, but where you're going to college at. But send shout out to whoever you'd like to.
Yeah, UNOH, first off, that's the truck that we sported out here. I figured at Indy being as close to Ohio as we get on the schedule that it would be a perfect time to bring it out. So we got the UNOH Racers baseball truck out there. And we might run something similar for the finale, but thanks again to Podium. We got them on there as well. They've stuck with me through all this, and of course, a great job that they do over there. But and finally, just thank my team. This season would not have been possible without Justin, without Ben. He was the one that got me into this league and kind of gave me all the information. So just a big thanks to everybody on the team.
And side note, and I say it in a laughing matter, let's get Ben a fuel calculator.
Yeah, that might be a little bit helpful.
All right, buddy. Nice job, man. Congrats.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Ricky Springer finishing in the championship 4, of course, winning his 8th race of the season. And we'll go get the guy now that finished second in the race, and will move on himself to the final race at Chicagoland Speedway, and that is J.W. Miller. J.W. did everything he can to get up there, and I got to ask the obvious question. Let's go to that pit stop. Were the tires not checked?
Yep.
How did I know? Was that just an accident thing? Was that was going to say, was that an accident on your part, or was that something that maybe you have an app or something that you used that just messed up?
No, that was all me. I had them unchecked because we were looking to possibly have to do a splash and go there, so I was thinking about that and unchecked them, and then just forgot about it.
Well,
so
it happens.
yeah,
strategy-wise,
hey, we
though,
still got one more race into it. So
well, and you got into the final 4. So worst case scenario, you're still in.
yeah, exactly.
I do want to ask though about that strategy, because I was doing math in my head, and again, I'm not perfect either. Looked like 20 was the lap to go to get to the fuel, and you decided to stay out and get to the caution at 15 to go. What was the strategy behind that, and was it less laps on fuel than I thought?
I knew that there was going to be cautions kind of in between that period. It was just kind of foresight with all of us there and
So
the
you played
team
the
kind of
caution
working
game.
together.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and to make it on 20, I mean, you would have had to save pretty good.
Okay.
So I don't like saving fuel.
No, who does? But
So I figured I'd just go for it and hope that we got the caution. We did, and then we made the boo-boo.
it happens. But hey, Chicagoland. Obviously we know what happened last season. The battle with you and Almond, and here 2 of the 4 people in the chase are going to be you 2 again. Is there going to be a little bit of a redemption when it comes to the race that you lost in the end? That comes to your mind and says, you know what, I got to get the win here.
I think we're coming into this next race kind of with a clean slate here. So, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. If we keep the car clean, and just stay up there with Ricky. Maybe we can catch a few breaks, maybe stay ahead of him, and because I think that's the main thing is just staying ahead of him, getting the advantage of having the restarts late really helps.
Well, great job on your part, man. Send shout out to whoever you like to.
Yeah, shout out to you for doing the broadcast every week. Shout out to Travis and all the mods for putting the race on, and shout out to Mountain Dew.
Yes, Mountain Dew, good drink. Especially, well, you got a Baja Blast, right?
No.
Which one?
Frostbite.
Oh, Frostbite. Okay, I was trying to remember off the top of my head here. That is actually a couple I've not had. I got to get to try those one day, maybe tomorrow. Anyways.
Yeah, it's a Walmart exclusive.
That
So
would
there you go.
explain it. All right, well, nice job, JW. Congrats on your second place finish. You're on to the final, and we will talk next week.
Have a good one, Chris.
All right, you too, buddy. Be safe. And let's skip third, and we're going to go down to fourth, and we're going to talk with Zach Allman because we know Zach is in the final four here. So I'm going to jump down to him. We're going to talk to all 5 drivers when it's over with here. That's the goal, at least, if they're all still around. But let's move down to grab Zach here. I don't even see Zach anymore, so you know what? Zach took off apparently, so Allman's not here. He left the track. He went Kyle Busch and left the track. Points are updated here, so let's make it official here. Let's get the points, and give me a second here because it's last time to do this. I had to. Excuse me. All right, so did my math work or did my math not work? That is the question here. And I want to see if I can get this to work on my screen again to start with. It did not work. It still has last week's on there for some blank reason. So let's do this. We're going to just go off the website here. I have the pop-up right here on Discord. And here we go. So the point standings, the final 4. Ricky Springer, J.W. Miller, Zach Allman, and by 5 points, William Calhoun edges teammate Christopher Dean. That one spot to Noah Mayari gave William the spot in the playoffs. Just an interesting race when it's all over with. And the difference, Calhoun led a lap, Christopher Dean didn't. Anybody think of the 1992 Atlanta Championship race? That was kind of the difference in that race. Was Kwiatkowski led the most laps and Elliott didn't, and won by 10. Anyways, so let's go and talk with William first. Obviously, he's probably going to be the happiest camper in the world when it's all over with. Or did they all bail out on me? What in the world? They're gone. Never mind. I guess I'm not talking to anybody else the rest of the night. How things change. I just went to go look in Discord, and there was a whole bunch of people there, and now they're all gone. So, anyways, I guess we'll go from there. And it happens. Anyways, all right. So congratulations to the final 4. Christopher Dean, tough break on your end, man. Definitely happy and proud of you the way you've raced and stuff, but unfortunately you're out, and we'll have to just race for the win next week and stuff like that. And it's just unfortunate that that's the way sports works when it's all over with. Anyways, congratulations to the top 4. So we're out, and we are going to go to tomorrow night at Phoenix for the Short Track Super League race number 2, ARCA Series racing there, and then we'll take a couple days off. You'll probably just see me racing on here. But otherwise, we're off. Next week, we'll go to Chicagoland Speedway, where we'll crown a champion. It'll either be Zach Allman, William Calhoun, Ricky Springer, or J.W. Miller. One of those 4 win the championship. Next week, the best finisher in the race will get it. So, till then, remember, this isn't just a game. It's iRacing. See ya!